Hello, Leo. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie. I'm going to do a love relationship reading for you today. This may not resonate with all of you, but if it doesn't, try looking up your Venus sign, your rising, and your moon signs. And if that doesn't work out for you, well, just move on to the next reader and check me out another time. All right, so here we go. We have a very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So quite specific. Your relationship, maybe you want something from this relationship and it's going to come. You just need to be very focused on what it is that you want. Manifest it and it'll come to you soon. All right, so now let's deep dive into tarot. We've got the Page of Pentacles. And let's see if it wants to come out through the reading. Okay, so here we go. And let's cut the cards. Oops, there. That's it. All right, for Leo. For January. Couples, love, relationship, the Tower, right from the get-go. The energy is the Tower. The energy is about change. The communication is non-existent or very little is existing because someone is taking a break. Someone has a need for mental recharging their battery. The strength is someone being able to see things from a different perspective. The weakness is the King of Wands. All right. The reality is the Ace of Pentacles. The passion is the Six of Cups. And the key to the success or the future is the Nine of Swords. All right, we're going to clarify a couple of these cards. Oh, the Page of Pentacles. Look, it came out as your energy. So, you know, I see this as, Leo, I'm sorry to say this, but I see this that this relationship is not founded yet on the right foot. There is only one foot, okay? It's the left foot that is on the ground, but there's only one person's foot. So you need to both be grounded, and you know, no one can stand on one foot like this forever, right? So you need to have both feet planted on the ground in order to have a good stability, long-term stability. And I think that's important here, and I think that's what's missing at this point is the stability factor is not there, either by one of you parties or both of you. But I think it's one person. The energy now is calling for change. There's going to be a change in this relationship, so things are going to change in a good or bad way. I don't like the outcome. We're going to pull some cards on the outcome, but I mean, regardless of wherever the outcome is, there is still change right from the get-go, okay? The communication is the Four Swords, and like I mentioned, it's the lack of communication, or one that does not want to communicate at this point. And it's probably because they're exhausted. You know, we're just wrapping up a year here that was very challenging to a lot of people, a lot of stress. So maybe the person needs to unwind. Because, you know, we have here the heart that's kind of like linked through this red string that collects all of these swords, okay? So that person can't share their love until they feel like relieved and rested. And that's the link to the heart, to the communication, is they need to rest. So whoever needs to rest, yourself or the other, but someone needs to rest. And then from there, they'll be able to see from a different perspective. They'll have clarity of mind. After done this rest, now they'll be able to see something different. And that's going to be the strength of the relationship, okay? And that's probably what the Tower is. The Tower is calling for you to rest. You have to rest. Either you or your partner needs to rest, because if the person does not rest, it's going to be chaotic. It's just going to go to crap. So you need to have some rest, either or. The weakness is the King of Wands. Now, the weakness being the King of Wands, and the King usually is the one taking action on the passion, right? But in this case, maybe someone is feeling the lack of passion, lack of confidence in this relationship. So that's currently the weakness. And probably that is due to the fact that someone needs to rest. Someone needs to recharge their battery, basically. And that's what the Angels card, Love, Romance Angels, is calling for, is very soon. And you need to focus your energy, like clearly decide what it is that you want so that it comes to you. So maybe you're indecisive. Maybe your partner's indecisive. Okay, now the reality is the roots are there. It's sprouting. So this relationship is new, relatively speaking. And it's sprouted. But in order to secure those roots properly, to fully have a mature tree, and as it calls here with the Page of Pentacles on being on just one foot, you need to have a better footing. Okay, so you need to nurture those roots so that they actually are very big and solid in the ground before the tree can actually grow, and before the relationship can actually grow into something that's going to be stable for the future. The passion is there. But in terms of passion here, I think being the Six of Cups is maybe this is someone that you've known your whole life. You're probably friends from a long time ago. And the passion's been there since, as friendships goes, right? Or this could also mean traditionally you are very passionate. You have like this traditional way about it, but which is not a bad thing, right? It's good. So let's leave it at that for now. The key to the future, though, is there is some worries. And I think the worries are there because someone is impatient. One of you is impatient. Or living in fear that this relationship's not going to come out properly or be, a happy place in the future. But let's just pull some more cards on that. This is the New Vision Tarot. So why is the Nine of Swords there as a future or a key to success or a key to the future? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the Wheel. Okay, so to me, this spells for definitely there's a need for stability. More work needs to be done in order to stabilize this relationship. And that's why there's worries. And again, that was the general energy, right? Only 1 foot on the ground. We want that, and that horse is not moving, right? We want that knight to be fully planted so that this can kick off on a good start. Plus, the work needs to be done. Look, they're laboring the fields in the back. They're starting to labor the fields, like to plow the fields. A lot of work needs to be done, and it's hard work, okay? But luckily, you have an ox. You're not doing this all by yourself. You have an ox pulling. As you can tell right there, there's an ox pulling. So you're going to get some exterior help doing this. And then this is the Wheel of Fortune. And you're looking at it from a different perspective. You're not looking at it straight onto you. So, there's good fortune to be had, but not necessarily for yourself, but for the other person. And you need to be, conscious of that. And maybe you're the one that's worried about this. You're worried that you're not the one on the receiving end. And you're hoping that you would be. But I think once the work has been done, this is going to start turning. And, what's good for one will be good for the other, because evidently one feeling great about what's going on in their life is only going to be reflected as positive energy returned to you from that person. So that's what I see with that. So I think you need more stability. That's what's called for, Leo, here. More stability, focus on what it is that you want, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen in the future. And, clearly either one of you has to clearly rest Rest your mind. Recharge that battery. All right, so a message from these cards here, Leo. And it'll be this one. Okay, we have this beautiful dove. And this is the dove of peace, the dove of Christmas, or the dove, with the beautiful halo around the head. And this energy is being shown down onto you. And what it says is a new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. So maybe it's a new beginning with your lover, right? The change needs to happen. Someone needs to rest and look at life differently. Some new beginning is going to occur. Embrace it. Go with the flow. And live your dreams passionately with this person that you are with currently. The little extra message is, in every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be. Okay, so be your true self in this. Do not be someone else than who you are. You owe that to yourself, and that will cause a lot less confusion and a lot less headaches and a lot less worries. If you're honest with yourself, you'll be honest with the other. I think that's what it's calling for, honesty. And by being honest with yourself, you'll be able to focus and clearly decide what it is that you want in life or out of this relationship, okay? All right, so this is the After Tarot, and we have the Lovers card. The After Tarot is for the future. So you see, you have the couple here, and she is clearly sharing that apple with, it's Eve sharing the apple with, it's Eve sharing the apple with Adam. And the snake has crawled down from the tree, and it's leaving. And the angel's holding on to a sword, but he's not cutting anything yet. So I think the choice has been made. The choice has been made. You're going to work on this relationship, and things are going to go in your favor. You've selected the apple, which, we know from Christianity that the apple was a bad thing, blah, blah, blah. The truth comes out. But I think in this case, it is exactly that. Your truth needs to come out. You need to be true to yourself. You wanted that apple, you're going to share that apple. You're going to share your thoughts. And, Adam will follow you. And I think the snake leaving is a sign of you either shedding a new skin, or that danger is dissipating now that you are actually true to yourself. In every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be. You need to be you. And the angel's not cutting anybody. So, no, I think it's a good advice. So, Leo, I hope this is great for you. This was for January, or, at another time whenever you get to hear this reading. If you want to be notified of readings in the future, please hit the subscribe and notification bell. If you haven't done so already, please like the video if you liked it. So on this, I'm going to leave you, Leo, and I'm going to wish you a very happy new year, 2021. To you and your family. Bye now.